Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is basically just we did post this video a couple days ago on the channel. I realized the other day that on when I watched it, like had some sort of annoying sound in it, so I'm making a new one here today. So today we were going to be redoing this video for the people who are annoyed by that noise. So I'm going to be redoing this video today. We'll keep that video out, but I'm posting this video so you don't have to hear that noise because I was using my micro or my headphones with the microphone thing, but I didn't realize it did that sound, so we will not be doing that anymore. So yeah, but we're gonna be basically talking back over it again. If you've already watched it, then you don't have to watch the video or if you watched the whole thing. But we're gonna just be basically reviewing what we just talked about in that video. So, but before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It would help a lot. First, my temperature forecast, my precipitation forecast, snow forecast, and overall forecast is listed right here. So let's get into our official winter forecast. So first off, we see below average for most of the northern U.S. This is where we could be seeing below average temperatures. Here, this is where the most likely area below average temperatures will be. So if you're in that region, you'll be having below average temperatures. Um, Pretty below average. This is our second layer below average. This area will be pretty cold, showing that most of the winter it will be pretty cold around that area. So it's going to be pretty cold around that area. And then our third layer area is where we're going to be the most cold. This is where I think the most cold temperatures will be right in this area. So yeah, I really think it will be in that area. It'll be the coldest for winter, and that's why we'll see a lot of snow. And it's also extending a little more toward this way, so because I think there could be quite a bit of snowstorm moving into this area over here. So we'll be talking more about that at the end of this video. Here is our above average region with that northeast ridge. It's moving it this way, and it's actually including a lot more people than it did. A little more north than the last forecast was. So yeah, here's our second layer area. This is where it's going to be pretty warm. With that southeast ridge, it will be pretty warm in this area, the second layer area. It's going to be warm and dry mainly in that area, it's seeming like. So I really think it's going to be just pretty warm. Maybe at the beginning of winter, it might be a little cooler, but by the end of winter, it will be pretty warm with above average temperatures. So yeah. Um, then over here is basically sometimes could be cold and warm. I put in above average because I feel like it's going to be mainly above average. I think at times it could be below average around that area, so we're going to watch that. I think at the beginning of winter at least it will be above average. We could see some of that cooler air move a little more southward into California, so that's why. Let's get into our precipitation forecast, where we have above average for most of the northern part of the U.S., just like so, which it's mostly for the northern United States. Um, I'm gonna watch, or this area down here will probably not get much rain. It'll probably be more north of you guys. It'll probably be way more north of you. I feel like you guys are gonna be pretty dry, so you'll see that coming up. Or what area I mean by that. Here's our second layer of above average. This area is showing it's gonna be pretty rainy. I put the northeast into this area because I feel like a lot of snowstorms are going to move through this winter so far. There has been a few winter storms, especially with the video today I just put out, or whenever I'm putting this out. A few days ago, I was talking about snowstorm, a Christmas snowstorm will be moving into this region, it says. So we could be seeing a snowstorm move into this area. We're gonna have to watch that. There's also a second layer of above average. This area is going to be showing mainly rainy. Showing this area is going to be pretty rainy for most of the winter. It's showing area will be the most rainy out of all the areas. So I'm gonna put you guys in the second layer, but just showing that it's going to be very rainy for most of the winter. It's showing right now at least. Here's our third layer here. our rare third layer. This is where it's showing it's going to be really above average. Maybe at the beginning of the month it might be a little, or the beginning of winter will be below average. But I think by the end of winter we will start seeing above average, a lot of rain in toward this region. And I really think this area up here will see snowstorms too, but it's showing this area will be at least the most rainy. Showing this area we'll see a lot of precipitation, but I still think this area up here will. And I think you guys could get quite a bit of snowstorms this winter. Um, at least so far, you guys have seen that happen. Let's show our other area of the third layer. And this area is showing it's going to be raining for most of the winter. It's probably already raining there. And it's going to be raining for most, it's showing all the winter. It's going to rain. So that's why I put you guys in the third layer. Because it's showing it's going to pretty much rain in that area most of the winter. So you guys are in the third layer. And it's going to be pretty rainy in that area and probably cold at the same time, so that means possibly some snow. So, with the precipitation and temperature outlook. Here is our below average area. This is where we have below average or precipitation. This is where we're gonna have very not that much precipitation happening in this area, so it's gonna be below average precipitation in this area. So it's showing at least. So yeah. And then our second layer here, we're seeing below average. This is where it's going to be pretty dry by most of winter. So it's just showing that there will not be too many active storm tracks in this area. Um, so yeah, it feels like fall, then probably it'll be probably above or near above average because of hurricane season, but not hurricane season. So sure, it's gonna be pretty dry because usually it's their dry season anyway. So you guys will be seeing mostly dry for most winter shown. Okay, let's get into our snowfall forecast and overall forecast. Okay, here's our snowfall forecast. We see above average for most of this part of the U.S. Anywhere with at least below average temperatures and above average precip will most likely see snow. Even if you're not in the below average, even average, possibly some people in the first layer of above average temperatures could still see snow because it doesn't mean all of winter will be warm. It's just showing that part of winter or possibly all of winter, but if you're in the second layer, I mean like mostly all of winter, probably around. Third layer would mean guaranteed for most of winter. Um, but this area is showing that there's going to be snow around this area. It's showing it's going to be around above average snowfall. That means there's a decent chance of snow around the sea. This is where you're going to see at least snow. You will at least see snow if you're in this area. So congrats if you're in this region. Here's our second area of above average snowfall, showing that this region will be pretty rainy. So with that rain or above average precip means I think there will be quite a bit of snowfall possibilities then with that above average precip. So yeah. Um we also have a second area of above average snowfall over here where we could see above average snowfall. With the precipitation and cold air, there will probably be quite a bit of snowfall on this area and mountain snow and all that. Then we also have a third layer region. This is where I really think there will be quite a bit of snow moving through. I think a lot of snow paths will go through here, so I think they'll go on an active path like from up here down into this region and then moving up toward into this region. I feel like there will be an active track moving into that area. I really think there will be quite a bit of big snowstorms and maybe a few blizzards. So we're going to watch that for most of the winter. So we're going to watch that region. I think that area will be the worst of winter. Um, and then our below average snowfall. It's really showing it's going to be below average with the below average precip and the in the above average temperatures. It's going to be below average in this region. We also have a second layer because of the heat and dry possibility. It's this area because it's showing it's going to be warm, and usually in warm air you will not see any snow. Usually you guys don't even see snow anyway, but just saying, with dry temperatures and with dry temperatures and very warm air, you will not see snow. You have a better chance of not seeing snow even though you usually don't see snow. So now let's look at the overall forecast here. My official winter forecast here. So we're gonna start up here. Rain and cold. This area is gonna be rainy and cold. I really feel like this area is gonna see a lot of rain, and I think it's gonna be a little cooler around that area in the green area. But I really think it will be rain and cool. Next to that, though, in the pink region is polar vortex. That's where I think it's gonna be the most cold out of all the areas. It's gonna be very, very cold. Very cold, I think, and yeah, I really think it will be cold. That's gonna be the coldest area out of all the areas, so I really think it'll be very cold. I know it shifted from like over here to more over there. We're gonna go a little more south that to the EC. That means equal chances. I really think there will be equal chances of temperatures and precip. So I think sometimes there could be above average or below average precip. Above average temperatures, below average temperatures. So we could see equal chances of both of them in this region. So that's what I'm thinking. We go a little bit north of that into the white region, seeing more snow. This is where I think we'll continue to see more mountain snow. We'll continue to see mountain snow with that above average snowfall. So we'll continue to see mountain snow. And then next to that, in the purple region, frigid. This area is going to be pretty cold for most of winter, so I really feel like it's going to be pretty cold. Not as cold as the polar vortex, but still very cold. This region, it's showing it with that below average up toward that region. I really think it will be below average temperatures, and that means it will be pretty cold. Then we go a little more south of that to mainly dry. That's where we're going to be mainly dry for most of winter. It's showing here. This region shows being mainly dry. It really looks like it's going to be dry, so I put it as mainly dry because it's below average rain. So it's not showing it's going to be too warm though. It's going to be more east of the region, but still dry though. I really think it'll be dry. Go a little bit north of there, the blue region, snowy and rainy, with the above average precip and below, or the above average precip. I really think it'll be rainy and snowy at times, because it could be cold in this region at times, and we could see snow at times in this region. So snowy and rainy is what I'm putting in this area, but I think it will be snowy and rainy. Next to that is rainy. This is where I think it'll be pretty rainy. Um, and I think it could still be snowy in this region. This area could get snow from the worst to winter, but the more worst to winter will be more toward this region over there. So, but I think this area will be mainly rainy. Maybe at times you can snow from the worst to winter area, but just mainly rainy. I'm thinking that region. Next to it is worst of winter, like I was just talking about. This is where it's going to be the most snowy and everything. I really feel like this region will see a lot of snow. Like I said, quite a few winter storms might come through here. Maybe one or two blizzards or something. I think it would be the worst winter area. I know it shifted from all the way over here to moving to over here because it's looking like there will be quite a bit of storm paths moving into that area. So I think that area will be the worst winter. Then we go all the way to this orange region called warm and dry. This is where it's going to be pretty warm and dry. It's looking like it's going to be pretty warm and dry. So I really think it's going to be warm and dry in this area. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It takes a long time to work on these. So yeah. It, this so sorry about the video the other day. So this is why I created this again, just because I noticed the sound thing. So I'm sorry about that. Hopefully this is way better for you guys. If not, I'm sorry. I can't really do anything else other than this. So thank you though guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.